July 5th, 2016. I just pulled an all-nighter. I have not slept. So I thought I would enjoy the sound of birds and other stuff back at the Grove. So the website's coming along. I think some people tried to access it after I mentioned it was going to be relaunched. I'm getting a lot of Google requests to access the private area. Don't worry, I'll enable it soon enough, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty much the status of that. Cemetery is still looking pretty good. Got a bunch of ducks in the pond. Creek's getting a little low. Don't get to hear it run. I was thinking about this one undated newspaper article I got my hands on. It mentions a car running off the old Alafia Turnpike into the creek. I guess somebody died. Some other people hurt. Not sure when I'll have time to really look into that much further. I'm trying to just, do the whole transfer thing. But I just go through some of my old records and see what I have to add, not add, all that kind of stuff. Trying to add everything. So, yeah, I came across that article and it's, well, sad, but kind of cool. Kind of a unique little incident. They thought the bridge was still available. Oops. Who closes down a road, takes out the bridge, and still lets cars drive down here? I mean, back in, at least in '59, they had a gate near the roped-off entrance, and they used to lock that up to try to prevent people from driving back here. It didn't really do much good. Because eventually, as the story goes, one night, assuming kids, they decided to, I remember this is a one-lane kind of, one-ish looking kind of lane road, dirt road kind of stuff, and they put these flares down and redirected all the traffic from going down Midlothian to 143rd, so when they came down Midlothian, they banked into the old road going past the cemetery. Of course, they get to the end, they can't go anywhere because the bridge is gone. So we know it was gone by at least 1959. And so, cops come back there, everyone's just blocked in, nobody can back out, it's a complete nightmare. And then they turn around and figure out, cops and all, they all get locked in here. Somebody closed the gate, put a new padlock on, they had to call out a garage to get a guy to, I think he said they blowtorched it off. I think that's how, I forget. And yeah, they didn't cut it that way, normal way, I think. But anyway, it was pretty funny. But they didn't actually technically legally vacate the old road until 76? Right? 77. Oh wow, memory. Anyway, I've got the records. You could take a look at it for yourself. And it's got different sections that were vacated, even some in the 1800s. All pretty cool stuff if you're into history, so eventually you'll be able to get to that. So we got these 3 new trees inside the cemetery, and the way the story goes is that when people would go to the infant daughter stone, they would leave change behind, quarters, dimes, nickels. And somebody decided, well, they're going to take all that money, little by little, every day or week, or whatever, however it occurred. And they saved up, and I think it was something like $51 or whatever. They went out and they bought a couple trees, 2 or 3 trees. I forget if the first scenario was 2, but that's pretty cool. Today they got a wind chime on one of them. If you come out here, it's got a little stone at the bottom. It says, "Welcome to our garden." Nice little touch. So thinking about bridges and creeks and water, I thought it would be fun one day, big truck, to hold an event where everybody comes with 1 pound at least of dry ice and either toss it in the creek or toss it in the pond. Imagine if 100 people showed up. That'd look pretty cool. Well, I do. So on my last visit here, as I was exiting, there were 2 young ladies by the gate, the entrance, and just hello. They started asking questions about the paranormal. One girl's at her first visit. She's like, well, what are some of the true stories? Because there's some bullshit ones. So, first one that came out of my mouth, I'm like, well, we get phantom cars out here. And the look on that lady's face, that her first visit, she jumped back, started swearing a little bit. Her friend was kind of like, oh, get ready for it kind of thing, because it turns out so she says she saw a car walking, when she was walking on the path with her friend toward the cemetery, and she said she saw a car and it went off to the right, like as if it would have pulled into the cemetery. Of course, they come around the turn, there's no car. There was a color to it. I really don't want to bring it up right now in case other people are seeing it within the coming weeks or months, because that happens sometimes. So if there's reports, I'd like to get the color. It starts matching. Wouldn't surprise me. So yeah, interesting visit. Yeah, I've been giving some thought to the Freedom of Information Act requests I've made in the past on various topics, and that's otherwise known as FOIA. And there's one in particular that I would love to put up, but it has crime scene photos. It's kind of sensitive stuff when you see bodies, or a body. And it has to relate to the Martin Myers murder that took place out here. I think so what you can do is, instead of doing a FOIA the way I did, I can offer it to the public as a service, but I want to put an age thing on there, 18 or older, somehow verify. I may be stuck having to do a purchase thing, like a few bucks. That's, if you got a PayPal account, you're of age, that kind of thing. The way the site is with Google, it doesn't really allow me to get flexible and verify, at least in an easy way. But anyway, that's something I've been thinking about. Well, until next time, later.